Ready to go live. Yes, I am. Hi, y'all. It's old Miss C down here in the cottage down on the farm. I've been looking for dresses because I want to be more elegant. I've gotten kind of lazy. And so I was looking for some dresses to wear. And Elmo said, he knows me so well after 15 years of being up here in his home. Why don't you just get some of those skirts that have the bib on them, and then that way you can wear, just get them in two or three different colors, and then you can wear a different colored shirt underneath it every day, and you'll still look like a lady, and but you'll be comfortable. And I thought, well, what a wonderful idea. So I went online and I ordered a couple, a light blue one and a regular blue denim one, from two different companies because I don't know which one I'm going to like the best. And yesterday, is it yesterday? We went out looking at the. He wanted to show me what he's done out there in the in on the viewing stand and in the garden. And coming back up the hallway, I saw my rompers that I had gotten, I guess, at Tractor Supply or Rural King, one of those two, probably 10 years ago, hanging there. So I thought, well, I can start by wearing those and just change my shirt, until I get the skirts come in. So that's what I'm doing. So today is Friday, Friday, Friday. It is a sit and knit. And that is what I am going to do today. I am going to sit and knit on this baby sweater that I have been making. I'm working on the arms right now. I think I've got one more addition to do. I think there's 10. Let's see, there's 10 and then 10. I think I have 5 to do yet. And there's 10 and 10. I have 5 more to do on the sleeve. So that's what I'm going to be working on today for knitting. I do want to update you on a couple things, but first let's see who's here because I know you guys come in and I don't always get to say hello. Oh, my sister Eileen's here. Don't forget to leave your epithelials. And Sam is here. She's sitting and knitting a sweater. I love it. I love it, Sam. And Lana is here, and Jennifer coming over from excuse me, coming over from Carrie's. Thank you, Carrie, for sending your friends over to my cottage afterwards. And Jennifer and Barbara and Pebbles, spreading joy and love and happiness with prayers. And there's Kat. Hello, Kat. And Tia's here. How are you feeling today, sweetheart? I worry about you so much, Tia. And Regina Provenzano's here. Have you heard anything from Len? If not, I'm going to give him your address if that's okay with you. This is going on too long. Tammy's still not feeling well. Oh, I hope she gets to feeling better. I don't like it when she's not good. And there's Kayla. Hello, hello, Kayla. And Angela Branham is here. And Sarah. They're comfortable, Sarah. They're just really comfortable. And there's my baby Boomer from Virginia, my sweet little daughter. And Penny is here. Hello, my love. Oh, thank you. I do like denim, Leanie. It's comfortable. Denim is it's one of those fabrics that's always in style, either in a skirt or a jacket or um, rompers, short, like the little half coveralls that only come below the knees. The what do they call them? Like the pedal pushers? They don't call them that, but you know what I mean. Those are the coverall kind of things. Are really cute. There was a teacher, one of the schools that I went to a seminar, and one of the teachers from a school taught uh, a session at the seminar, and she had cream colored, like khaki, a light khaki coveralls on, and she had painted the legs. And one of them was a giraffe, and the giraffe came up on her hip. They were so cute, and I thought, I could do that. Why can't I do that? But at that time, all I could find were white coveralls, and I didn't want white ones. I don't know why. I could have painted the white ones just as easy, but I wanted those khaki ones. And Darcia is here. And Deidre, hello, hello. Happy Friday to you, love. And my cousin Granny D. Yeah, I think it's going to be well, pardon me. All I've had this morning is a cup of coffee. I had a raspberry Danish, and I just drank some water before I came on. So I don't know what's causing this. Sitting and knitting too. Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty. This is one of the Sweet Delights. Doesn't have the ball band on it anymore, but it's a Sweet Delight, and I really like this yarn. Darcia White is here. Hello, hello. And Samantha, welcome to the cottage, Samantha. What are you working on today? And do you knit? I don't know if you knit or not, but if you don't, then bring one of those beautiful blankets you're working on and crochet with us. A lot of pain. There's not a whole lot you can do about pain, but just pick up some needles and get hooking or crocheting or knitting, whatever, and take your mind off the pain. I think that's what Jeanette Egan does. And Rita is here. You know, it's a sit and knit. So you sit as long as you can, and then you go do what you need to do. If it's 15 minutes at a time, 5 minutes at a time, whatever, you're always welcome, Rita. And I think it's Izzy from Doggy Life. I Winsome, I get Winsome and Doggy mixed up. So, and there's Margie, my Arrow lover. I heard that Aerosmith is coming somewhere. I think close to me. I have forgotten now. Capri's, yeah, it could be Capri's, Kitty. On your butterfly mosaic, that's going to be really pretty. And Ellen has got another fantastic shawl, and it is a simple shawl, but it is so beautiful. I don't know how she comes up with these. Welcome in, Barbara Clark. And Janice. Welcome in, Janice. Okay, I think I'm at the bottom. And cup of ice chips. My arm hurts from blood work. Oh, I had blood work last week, I think. And I have to tell you, everything came back fine. I'm a little low on my vitamin D3. So she's going to give me a prescription for 12 weeks. You take one a week for 12 weeks to get my vitamin D back up where it belongs. Everything else is fine. They did the ultrasound on my legs, and they are wonderful. They don't look real good, but she said they're wonderful on the inside. So that's what really counts. They did find a cyst on the back of my right knee. And she said that could be caused by arthritis because the arthritis builds up and then things don't move like they should. And that cyst collects fluid. The ligament collects fluid and forms a cyst. She said if it gets bigger or gets painful, just to come in and they'll drain it for me. So it's not life threatening. So that's really good. I'm happy with that. What was the other thing? Oh, my UTI's cleared up, but yeah, Elmo takes it too, and he keeps telling me, take this, take that, because he was a nurse. But I don't like taking medication. I don't know what it is. I guess because there's a history of addiction in my family, one various thing or another, that I don't want to be addicted to anything, which is a big farce because I'm addicted to sugar. There it is, folks. I'm not perfect. I'm not the great and wonderful Miss C. I have foibles like everybody else. But I think that's my fear it's a fear of taking medication. So all I take is my happy pill because I live here and I need it. I need you 3 times a week and I need my happy pills every day. But I told my doctor that I promise I will take the vitamin D3. And when I am off of that, if she thinks I need, this is a loading dose, is what she said. If I need follow-up things, I'll take them every day or every week or whatever I need to do. I will do that because it's a choice I need to make to take care of my holy temple for God's spirit to live within me. I don't want him to live in a mud room, you know. I want him. Oh no, a stress and anxiety headache. You know what, Samantha? You sit in here for an hour and your stress and anxiety will go away. Cherry Reynolds, hello, hello from you and Mom. Well, hello back. I've been missing you, sweetheart. What? How about that, Deidre? We can take them together, huh? I'm perfectly imperfect. You know what? I always say I am what I am, and that's all what I am. And that's what I am. Some days are better than others. And just like in your life, some days are better than other. Goodbye, doggy. You get healthy, okay? Feel better soon. No, I'm not. I do try to spread love wherever I go, but I am not great. 50,000 units. Yeah, I think mine is 5. Well, what Elmo takes is 5,000 ICMs or whatever that is. You take vitamin D every day? Yeah, Lana. I don't get out in the sunshine often, other than, well, I have been going more since Margaret left at Christmas. But uh, before that, I would either sometimes go out on the front porch with the cat and crochet if it was a nice day, or every Sunday we would go out for ice cream at Burger King. You know what? I had a very busy week. Well, this last week has been very busy. Blood work and the doctors, and I had to go in for ultrasound on my legs to see why they're swelling. They can't find anything wrong. My blood return flow is great. There is one other test that you do, and there's certain things you have to do before you do this test. And to have the test done, you must stand up the whole time because they want to see return flow. But she said everything looked good, so I didn't need that. So I'm thinking that I just need to cut back on my salt, and I need to walk more. I need to be more active. So what I've been trying to do is in the morning, get up, either take my shower or get dressed, make my bed, clean up my room, and put things away from the day before, or put things in the laundry from the day before, whatever. And, when I leave my room and come to the cottage, I want that room to be ready for me to go back for a nap or for bed at night. I don't want to have to clean anything off or pick anything up. I want it to be done. And then come into the cottage, and I have to rearrange this cottage, which I don't look forward to. I've gotten some new yarn, and I don't have room for it. And I have used some yarn in the past, and not used the whole skein. And so I've just wound it around and stuck it back in, and I can't do that. I can't do that. What I need to do is to go through that. When I find a half a skein, take it out to the winder and ball it up. And then I have a shelf over here I can use. It's the coffee's on. I can use that part of that shelf for my balls of yarn. Bonita! And Amy is here. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bonita McAlexander is an enigma to me. Bonita is a Hispanic word or a Spanish word, and McAlexander is about as Scottish as you can get. Now, I know that Spain and Scotland are close, but they're not that close. Somebody did some traveling. You know I love you, Bonita. Hugs right back to you. All right, I am at the end. I don't know how many people are here, but I'm at the end of the chat. And so I'm going to open up this. Oh, this stuff is wonderful. Yes, Michelle Crochets. And I bought the scent. One more row, I promise. I want you guys to smell it. Oh, doesn't that smell good? It's cinnamon and I don't know what all, but oh, it is. Smell again. See if you can figure it out. I don't know, but I'm taking the lid off, and I'm gonna leave it open while I'm in the cottage today. You know, here in Florida, things get a little musty when it's damp, and we've had some rain. You all up north have had snow, and down here we've had the rain. So I'm gonna clean off my and this. She said, "Is it hurt?" And I said, "Not all the time. It only hurts when I try and lift it up and over." And she said, "Mm-hmm. Does it hurt right here?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Rotator cuff." She said, "We'll x-ray it. And then, depending on what the x-ray shows," she said, "I'll give you a shot of cortisone. And then the next step is surgery." And it's like, okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's why, Deidre, I'm only going to do a little at a time. My yarn is set up with the 4-weight on the top and the 3-weight here. And some of them have cotton in it and some of them don't have cotton in it. I have a thing of cotton only, And it's just really confusing. And I just need to take one cubby down at a time and fix it and put in the correct color, because each one of my cubbies is a different color. If you notice, let me turn this around. If you notice, each one of my cubbies is a different color. And the pink, let's see, the pink cubby is pink. And then there is a red cubby next to it. Next to it is like a burgundy color, and then orange, and then gold, and then green. And so I've got all of the yarn in that color range in that cubby. So I'm just going to take the cubby down, go through there, ball up what needs to be balled up, and straighten up the rest of it. And I think that way, if I take those half skeins out of there, I'll have enough room for my Joann's yarn that I got, a lot of the menagerie. And I did get, see, I can't do this over and up very well. I did get some Vortex, and I have a stand 1, 2, 3, 4 cubbies high over there that has my cake yarn in it. The big cakes, not the balls of yarn that I make. So Martha Burkett, hello, hello. Oh, wouldn't that be nice to have smell-o-vision? You did? You did, Margie? How did you do? Did you do okay? You can order this. It's from, yes, Michelle Crochet. She's one of our content creators. And it's made in Los Angeles, in the USA. And it's 100% soy wax. It's cinnamon vanilla. That's what it is, cinnamon vanilla. And because it's soy wax, you trim the wick to about 1/4 of an inch before lighting. And don't burn it for more than 4 hours at a time. Put it on a heat-resistant surface and stop use when 1/2 inch of wax remains. Now, I don't know about you, but when I burn this candle down to the bottom, I'm going to dump out the wax. You can put it in the freezer and it will freeze. And then you can pop a knife in there and it pops the rest of the wax out. It's got a nice lid. It's a nice jar, and it will hold buttons or stitch markers or something. I love little fancy jars. I love pretty little jars. Those and salts. And probably a lot of you don't know what a salt is. A long time ago, they used to they didn't have salt shakers. They had little round or little oblong or little square. Some of them were up on little feet. If I remember, I will bring them and show you on Sunday. I have a collection of salts because they're pretty, and I love pretty little glass things, vases. So they would put the maid, I guess, would put salt in this little glass. They call them salts, and they'd put the salt in there, and they'd put one at each place setting. So if you were eating celery or a vegetable that you wanted salted, you could take that vegetable and put it in your own salt and eat it, put it back. You could double dip and nobody would get germs. You know what I'm saying? It's an old time thing, but they're so pretty and they're so diverse. I think that's what I like about them. Okay, so he did okay and he was able to use his arm. I bet he doesn't crochet, but I could crochet. Oh, your other half had rotator cuff. Okay, I got it now. Michelle? Yes, Michelle Crochets. Probably was on Etsy. She may have an Etsy shop. I don't remember now. I'm sorry, I can't really tell you, but okay, I'm going to start knitting and check in the chat. I like this one. I can work along with you and still keep up with the chat. I think that's why I like Fridays. Yeah, I think it was yes, Michelle Crochets on Etsy. Doing great. Surgeon was. I know men are basically, if you have children, men are just big children. They're big babies when it comes to pain and stuff like that. So I'm really thankful that Mr. Elmo runs the house. It's his home. And he was a Navy nurse. I know you guys I've already told you this a million times, but he was a Navy nurse and kept up his nursing for a long time. I think whenever anything happens, he's right there. So, how are you doing? What are you feeling? Da, 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 you know, and he's really good about that with all of us here. And I really appreciate that. So, oh, Winsome Cat's here. Hello, hello. Doggy Life was just here, and I didn't remember who was who. They are big babies. Yes, their toys are more expensive. I don't know. You know, I've told you Mr. Elmo is a an HO train enthusiast, and he's always, something's always coming in the mail or coming UPS. And it's either yarn for me or it's something trained for him. And, you know, who am I to say I get as much yarn as he gets trained stuff? And he probably has more trained stuff than he will ever use in his lifetime, but I have more yarn than I will ever use. Oh, and that brings me to this. You know, I'm doing the Boggy Creek style Luck of the Draw blankets, and I'm doing several of them. And I've showed you some, and here is one. I have the first color. I have my base color. I have the first chosen color, numbered color, and my base, and that's all the farther I've gotten on it. She picked another one yesterday, so I will be putting that, whatever, I will be putting my color for that number in next, and then I will do this color again, the main color, until I get to 8 inches, because I'm doing 4 inches or a little less, inch and 3.5 to 4 inches per double color, the main and color number, whatever the color number is. So this measures 4 inches. So I didn't continue anymore with this color. I will wait and do my next color. I think 2 or 3 rows of my next color, and then 2 or 3 rows of this color again to get, no, no, no. Okay, let's do this right. From here to here is 4 inches. So I put this on, which makes it 5 inches. And I think I'm just going to do 1 row of this and then make the colors you know, and then at the end, other end, I'll finish off with this with 3 or 4 rows. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of this color. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 rows of this. I think I'll just do one, and then I don't know, whatever it takes to make 8 inches. That's what I'm going to do on that one. And that's that one. Then I hate to be so indecisive. I wanted to make the Amish ripple because Margaret said, oh, this would be pretty in the Amish ripple. So I didn't start it, but I went on Ravelry and I found a pattern for the Amish ripple, and I downloaded it, but I can't print it because I got a new printer and I haven't got it hooked up yet, and lotta. So in the meantime, I thought, well, I'll try this one because this is really pretty. But I tried it, and it's a back post single crochet. It's a pain in the tuchus. The whole blanket is that, except for this color. And I'm not doing it. And there's not another Afghan in this book that I am willing to do ever. There's 26. It's an Annie's book. It was $14.95 and tax on Amazon, and I'm not doing it. So I'm giving this book away. So as soon as Sanita pops in, we'll do a book giveaway. It's really, really lovely. Look at this one. This is really lovely. I like that one. And I think it would be really pretty to do in, I don't know, maybe a cream color, and then do all these, like different shades of greens, or maybe do it, maybe an ecru, a darker tan, and then do all of these leaves in a variegated autumn color. I think that would be pretty. They're back loop, not back post. I'm sorry, Sam. It's back loop only. They are. They really are. And I think I showed you the colors for this. I pulled all the colors out and then put in green for my accent color. So those are all the colors that I'm going to use for this Boggy Creek blanket. But I just don't like this pattern, and I'm going to frog it and start over. I'm going to try and get Mr. Elmo to help me hook up the new printer. My old printer isn't no longer substantiated, or whatever they call that. They're not going to fix it anymore. They're not going to do it anymore. KK! I love you, girl. You are in my heart day and night. Zachman's here. Miss C doesn't care. I don't care if you're late. You're never late. You're right on time. Lydia, hello. I love you too. Okay, so anyway, this book is going today because I don't want it in my stuff. And let's see, what else? I have not done anything on my Sweet Marshmallow. I think they're calling it the Sweet Marshmallow Kiss. I haven't done anything on that. I have not put the second color on that one yet because it just came yesterday, the second color. She picked the color number. And I haven't worked on my sunflower blanket. And what's the other one? Oh, I have them right here. Duh. Let's see. There is a Somebody by the Fence blanket. The Somebody by the Fence blanket. It is done. There's color for week number 1. Yeah, color for week number 1. My base color, and color for week number 2. And I put the main color on it again. So I am ready for color number 3 next Thursday. This one is up to date as of yesterday. It's got both new colors in it. And I'm good with that one. The other one, not too happy with. And this one, like I said, I need to finish putting the main color on. And then color number, the second color for this one is going to be gray. It will be a gray. It will be this color gray. But it's going to be very, very pretty. It's going to be a very pretty blanket because one of the colors in here is this Big Twist menagerie. And look, it has the purples and the cream and the gray in it. So then when I get this number, whatever this one is, it will pull the whole blanket together, I think. And I put this color in just for a pop because this is pretty bland. So I just put the green in for a pop of color. Is what they call that, a pop. I call pop something that you drink, but. And these are my colors for my blankets. And that's the one I just showed you. And my sunflower blanket, I don't have the colors on here. So I get to them when I get to them. And I made a sock. I used the 22 and I made a sock, and I'm in the middle of I'm in the middle of another sock, the second sock. And they're going to be like tube socks, so it's nothing major. And I finally got my big central working on a sleek, something in sleek. It's a 4-weight yarn, and it's taken that one a whole lot better. I made a scarf out of the Bloom 3-weight yarn, and on the little one, and it's so pretty. It's that peacock, the turquoise, the bright turquoise one. It's so pretty. And I wanted to make a hat to go with it to send to KK. And so I got out the big one and I set it up, and it would not take the yarn. It just kept dropping stitches and dropping stitches. And I thought, okay, I can drop stitches all by myself. I don't need a machine to do that. So I'm going to try it one more time. I have a 4-weight on there now, and it's working really well. Maybe it just needed to learn how to do it correctly. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. I hope that it works, because I really want to make a hat to go with that beautiful little scarf. It is so pretty. Sally came in. Hello, Len. I love it when Sally comes in. Yeah, some have multiple personalities. We're talking about machines, Len. You have conquered yours. Len makes the most wonderful things, the most versatile things. He's so creative on that machine. He makes ears and tails and legs and thumbs, and he's marvelous. You guys need to go over and check out all the stuff that he does on his crankers. And okay, Sam, if I want to put ribbing on the end of this, I have to pick up the stitches and put the ribbing on after I've completed the sleeve, correct? I can't do it while I'm doing the sleeve. I think that's right. Lydia, if you make one hat, you are going to make KK ecstatic, because she always needs one more hat. If you make it, she's going to be happy. All right, I am about to add 5 more stitches on the end of this. Oop, 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 oop. I don't know what's in my throat today. Elmo brought me home some bird seed the other day because he knows I love the birds. And I have a bird feeder right outside the window of the common room upstairs where I crochet in my rocking chair. And so he brought me some bird seed, and I went out and filled up the bird. There's 3 bird feeders out there. And boy, were they at it this morning. But I love to see them come in. Those little tufted titmice, they come in, the male and the female, and sometimes there's 3 or 4 of them out there. And okay, I just added on 5 stitches on the end of that sleeve. And I'm just gonna try and figure out how I did this. I think it was knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, yarn over. And then knit the stitch that knitted 2 together and knit the yarn over. I think that's what it was. But I purled them. I purled them on a knit row. That's what I did. I purled them on a knit row. Or I knitted them on a purl row. I don't know. Sam! Len, I am working on a baby sweater. And there's the arms. And this is the back and the other arm. And I just put the extension on the other arm so that I have, this is where I'm going to do this. But I'm not sure how to do it. I only get to do it once each row. That's going to tax the brain. I'm telling you, tax the brain. Okay, so because I knit this row, I need to purl this row. That I do remember. Len, I made a pair of socks on my 22. I made a sock, and I'm in the middle of the second sock. And when I took it off, I went ahead and took my crochet hook and I did front post, back post, front post, back post, all the way around the sock to give me a ribbing for the top of the sock. And then I just pulled the bottom of it close. So it's there for me. What does Juan say? It's for the house. There for me. So I tried to do Mr. Elmo a pair of socks after I moved up here. He won't wear them, so I took them back. He only wears white cotton socks, and that's okay. Um, my son has a lot of problems with his feet, and he works outside. He's in construction, and his feet sweat a lot, and so he only can wear white cotton socks. If he wears anything else, he gets terrible foot fungus, and it's really really awful. To the point when before we knew what it was, um, his skin would peel off from it. It was awful. KK, I love you. It is a baby sweater. One of my other favorite waitress at the clock. Um, her daughter is having a baby boy, but she has eclampsia, or she's got a couple things going, and so they're really watching her. Almost, she goes every week to the doctor, and if anything untoward happens, they're going to go ahead and do a cesarean. They're going to take the baby cesarean anyway because of whatever one condition is. But if the other condition worsens between now and the baby is ready, they're going to go ahead and take him early. Leanie, that's what our Fridays are all about, a sit and knit Friday. Your wife's the expert on knitting? Maybe I should ask her about this. How do I get this to go this way on a sleeve? Starts to smoke. Oh boy, I will be glad when next week comes and I can mail out all this stuff that's in on the table. You guys are going to be absolutely amazed at what's going out. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. You will be amazed. Okay, once I get 2 inches into the sleeves, then I need to break off at the neck edge and complete one side, one sleeve, and one front, and then come back and pick up the sleeves and finish it off on the other side. I love this little pattern. You can do it any size you want. You probably could make an adult size with a 4-weight yarn and probably a 10.5 needle. I don't know how many of these I've done. I started knitting this when I started knitting a sweater like this, not this one. I think I showed you guys the sweater. I'm pretty sure I did. This is the oldest thing I have in my whips. Whips, works in progress. No, UFOs, and it's 57 years old. I started knitting it when Brian was born, and I did make him a blue one, and I went to make him a green one, and you get busy washing. Well, I didn't have to worry about bottles, but he got home brew. But I did wash diapers. They did not have uh, pull-ups and things like that. Then you had to wash them, and babies were a lot harder then than they are now. But they were so much love. I'm telling you, just grab that kid and sit in the rocker and nurse him to sleep. It was just the best time. And it was something that I could do for him that no other person could do for him. And I loved it. Thank you, my love. Jacqueline Marley's here. Hello, hello. The loom is easier for heels for socks. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people don't do loom knitting anymore. I don't know. I have read a lot of Amish books, and I was into that genre for a while. And the Irish, Jacqueline's got on my mind. The Amish do a lot of loom weaving, crochet, knitting, loom work. You never made a sock, Leanie? You do loom knitting, Lydia? That's awesome. Um, I think I'm going to do more. I have a lot of sock yarn, and I don't do shawls. So I think what I'm going to do is make socks from the sock yarn. And now that I know I can do tube socks on the little 22 cranker, I think I'm just going to do me up a bunch because winter's coming. Hi, KK. Hey, Margie. Well, CD, I only had the one. So they worked then. So I don't know if I'd have had another one. I don't know. And the three that I got with my Tom, um, the youngest one was 3 years old, so didn't have any more use for him. You've got a flatbed knitting machine? In 1988, 89, 90, and 91, I think. I worked for Ben Franklin Crafts in Ocala. And the girl who worked in the yarn department had a flatbed knitting machine. And she made a sweater, and it was so beautiful. And you know me, I say things off the top of my head before I think them through sometimes. And I said, if I buy the yarn, will you make me a sweater? Not realizing the work that went into making that sweater. The only saving grace is that we became best friends. She was a little German girl that lived in Germany, Mannheim, and she came here to the United States to stay with a friend of her mother's. She stayed for a month. And while she was here, she met a fellow, and he fell madly in love with her. And when she went back to Germany, he bought a German English dictionary and studied it from one end to the other and took a flight to Germany. And in German, with the book, asked her to marry him and asked her father permission to marry her. Now, is that romantic or what? Of course, she said yes. And of course, they got married. And she came back to the States with him and went to work at Ben Franklin's. Her name is Beata, Beata, Beata. And I love her to pieces. And we still keep in touch. She has two girls, and she has a little grandson. He's the sweetest little guy. And we try and get together and go to lunch a couple times a year. She still lives in Ocala, and she works for, I think she works for Marion County uh, uh, District Attorney, I think, the District Attorney's office in Marion County. Yeah, I thought that was pretty romantic. I love Ben Franklin's too. When I first got married, I worked at Ben Franklin's in Toledo, Ohio. And I worked there for about, well, not quite a whole year. But I really liked that. I worked in the fabric department. So when the Ben Franklin Crafts started up in Ocala, I said, "Man, I'm going back." And they were wonderful people. The Griffins, they were wonderful people to work for. And the Barbara Griffin, she still lives in Ocala. She would not ask any of us to do something that she wasn't willing to do first. And they let you do things, and then if you did them well, they let you do more things. And if you didn't do it well, they would come to you and they would say, this didn't turn out as well as I had hoped. How about if you tried? And they worked with you, and you learned while you were there. It was a wonderful place to work. It was a wonderful place to work. Kelly! Ah! You have to give me a call, Kelly girl. Dinky Craft's going back to lurking. A blanket hello to everybody. Yeah, a lot of them closed. Well, Ken passed away, and so that's why my store closed. Before we go, please pray for my arm. Okay, and we have about 2 minutes here, so I want to get down any prayer requests for today. Today is 2/21. It is Friday. I won't see you all until Sunday. So give me something to pray for the next couple days. You may have a broken, dislocated. Oh, I can't answer this one right now. Okay, pray for Tammy. Sally's cortisone work. Good. I'm hoping that this will work for me too. Baba, you are so sweet. You always pray for everyone else. Is there nothing we can help you with? Good. The ice is melting. Pray for Barbara's breathing. Okay. I love you all. Shannon, to your prayer list, she had brain tumor removed. She's been in a coma for 5 weeks. Oh no, Cece. Shannon. Cece, did they put her in a coma for her brain to heal? I know sometimes they will induce a coma for people to just be able to heal, and then they'll bring them out of that coma. I know it's drug-induced coma, but I know they can do that. Okay, Kelly. And Lydia's niece, Anna. Wow, I'm glad I asked. All right, guys, I'm leaving, and I will pray for all of these people. Father, keep your hand on them, and keep all of my friends under your wing, and close and safe and warm, and let them feel your love. Let them feel your love. And if they have fears, Father, let them feel you hold their hands. and go with us, Father, through this weekend and bring us all back on Sunday. I love you all, and I'll see you Sunday. Bye, all.